Good evening. We are in a hotel in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because our plans A, B, and C for tonight got ruined by the weather. We were supposed to be camping at San Lorenzo Canyon down by Socorro, and obviously you don't want to be camping in a canyon when there's torrential rains all around. And then we were going to camp at another place in the area. That one also got nixed, and then we headed up this way thinking we would do top of New Mexico, which is a BLM dispersed campsite up on the Sandia Mountains, just outside of town here. And as we're pulling into town, there's lightning all over the mountains, high winds, severe thunderstorm. So Owen's mom very graciously used her hotel points to put us up in a hotel room for tonight. So we're here. But one of the things that we had planned on doing all along that we have been lax about so far is doing this tracking map. So we're going to show you what we have done so far, and we'll sketch that out. So here we are. We started the first day in Gainesville. He came up 75, hit I-10, all the way across the non-ending Florida Panhandle, over Mobile Bay, down across Mississippi, down through Sidell, and up I-12 there to Hammond.
That was the first
That
day.
was the first day. Second day, we continued on I-10 all the way here. Lake Charles to Houston was basically all refineries and casinos. Houston takes forever to get through. And we made it all the way down up to Guadalupe River State Park north of San Antonio. The next day, back on I-10 through the changing, this is when we really noticed the first changing geography. And we got off in Fort Stockton and straight shot down through Marathon, Guadalupe Mountains National Park for our first national park of the trip.
Dad,
Yes.
that's not Guadalupe Mountains.
Oh, Big Bend National Park, Guadalupe River State Park. It's our first state park and then our first national park here.
Don't get yourself
It was
a lunch.
spectacular. All right. Then we came back up the next day to Marathon and then across on US 90, which was a fascinating drive through Alpine and Marfa and Valentine and Van Horn, where we got back on I-10 and came up through El Paso, up to Las Cruces, to Aguirre Springs campground in the Organ Mountains and Desert Peaks National Monument, which was unexpectedly fabulous. I was blown away by that campground. And then yesterday, was it just yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we went to White Sands National Park and then up to Alamogordo to the International Space Hall of Fame, and then came back down again on 10 got off at Deming. And our state park, City of Rock State Park last night was right there in southwestern New Mexico, and it was also fantastic. Then today, this is where we're going to have to freehand it a little bit because they don't have the roads, all of the roads anyway, that we were on today. But we started out back on 180 up to Bayard to Silver City. And then we continued on 180. This is what we didn't think we were going to do. But we came all the way up here to Reserve. And then came on, I can't remember the name of it, but eventually linked back up with 60 here. And came up through Socorro and all the way up, and now we're in Albuquerque.
Around this area, we did stop.
Yes, we did.
We stopped at the
Very large array
visitor center.
The National.
I didn't believe it was a place at first.
It's the National Radio Astronomy Observatory. It's the place where they can see things that are so far away that the optical telescopes can't see. Things like the Hubble can't see it, but they're also the place where if we ever get contacted by ET, they'll hear about it first on those radio telescopes. There's 27 absolutely massive, like 5-story tall satellite dishes in this array all the way across this huge basin in between several mountain ranges, and it's at over 7,000 feet in elevation, so they don't have all of the atmospheric interference. But it was a very cool thing to see.
Okay, so that's what we've done so far. We will check back in later and continue this map, but that's kind of a visual recap of where we've been on
First 6 days.
for 6 days.
First 6 days of a 5-week sojourn across the country.
So we'll check back in later, and happy camping.
And we will try to be better about posting more frequently. So here's what's happened. The first couple days were long road days. We were posting a lot, and it was just interior of the car and us talking, and nobody wants to see that. Well, maybe someone does. And then we're so excited when we finally get places, and we forget to tell you all about it, and forget to shoot shorts and stuff. And we've shot a few, and then we never had the signal to post them because we've been in places where there's not great signal. So we'll try to be better about posting what we shoot. Even if there's no signal, we'll post it later, and we'll try to post things. Like it would have been cool to shoot a short when we were at the Very Large Array today. That would have been something that would be cool for people to see.
But as I was saying earlier, we will check back in later and have a good day. Happy camping.
Happy camping.